Good afternoon, everyone. We are live for our weekly show, Step Up to Rise Up. And welcome, everyone who is here. If you're joining me on replay, as always, let me know that you're there by commenting hashtag replay when you watch it. And if you have any thoughts, any comments, anything you want to make sure I'm aware of, I will circle back after the live and we'll answer any questions or comment on your thoughts as we talk about today's topic, which is all about habits. And we are talking about habits as a very foundational piece to getting the results or not getting the results of the intentions that we set for our year. And of course, if it's going to be our best year ever, then we want to make sure that habits are one of those things we develop, especially the good ones. So today's topic is all about habits. They're foundational to everything that we do, and they are either our best friend or our worst enemy. And I've been in both of those camps. I guess we probably all have. So before we go too far, I just want to welcome you all to our Step Up to Rise Up weekly show. This show is designed for all you action takers out there who know in the very deepest parts of them that they are called to be more. No more playing small for you. I am challenging you to get out there and dream big because the world needs you and your unique gifts right now. So, in case we're meeting for the first time, I'm your host, Linda Nelson. I'm a mindset confidence coach and belief builder, and I am founder of the Believe in You Academy. I help female solopreneurs who are serious about growing their businesses by mentoring them and helping them focus on their most important asset, themselves, by guiding them through necessary inner work that will enable you to discover your gifts and your passions and those limiting beliefs that get in your way and turn that into purpose and profit so that you can live the life of intention and impact that you deserve. If you're joining me live, if you will put in the comments below where you're calling in from or checking in from. We're in snowy Minnesota. We had about a foot of snow on Friday, and you would never know it today because all the streets are clean, the roads are open, away we go. So we handle that snow very well. I guess that would be a habit that they just get out, they're on it, and away they go. They had everything systematized to get us back on the road safely. So habits. Habits is what we are going to be talking about today. And you know, habits are absolutely foundational to everything that we do. And they're also directly tied to the results that we get or the lack of results we don't get. So I want us to take a look at habits. I want to also reflect and recap in case you missed some of this year's lives, because we've been all kind of focusing on getting off to a good start by taking a look back to look forward, which we did in the first week of January. And we talked about all those things, making sure we celebrate the things that we did do well, and went through some exercises. One of the very simplest ones we did was an exercise called Keep, Start, Stop. And you basically review your year looking back and ask yourself, what do I want to keep that worked really well last year? What do I want to stop doing that wasn't effective? And what do I want to start doing that I need to incorporate in the new year going forward? So that was the 3rd of January. That's kind of the gist of what we talked about there. Last week, we focused on the 3 C's that you need to build momentum and realize your intentions that you set. And that was clarity, consistency, and calendaring. So we spent some time on how we can create Number one, being clear about what it is we want. Number two, being consistent then and taking steps every day toward it by doing the third step, which is calendaring, having a plan, and making a point of ensuring that you're sticking to what it is that you want. And then today, we're talking about habits. And habits, as we said, are foundational to everything that we do. And so let's see, I have somebody joining me, and I don't know who it is. Say hi to me so I know you're here and that I can say hello back. Otherwise, I'm going to just keep going. So as we said, habits are a very foundational piece, and we want habits because habits help us get things done. Without habits and a routine that we do for ourselves, we would have a hard time functioning every day. So habits can serve a really good purpose. But if you've experienced, some time over the holidays where maybe you slip back into some old patterns instead of new habits you want to develop, like maybe too much sugary treats or not getting out and moving like you're used to, or maybe eating more comfort foods, whatever those things are for you that tend to get you off track, or even just slipping off the routines that you had established that worked so well for you prior to the holidays. It's easy to see that habits are easy to slip back, and we have to be diligent about them. But there's one thing that you can do, or several things that you can do, and we're going to talk about those tips today to get your habits on what I call autopilot. And believe it or not, you're already doing a lot of that already. And we're going to discuss that next. Before I get there, though, I found a poem and it was posted in the events. If you missed it, you can see it there. I may also post a copy of it in the file section for you later because it really is so good. The author is unknown, but it's called, oh, I just lost it. Here we go. It's called Who Am I? I am your constant companion. I am your greatest helper or heaviest burden. I will push you onward or drag you down to failure. I am completely at your command. Half of the things you do, you might as well turn over to me, and I'll do them quickly and correctly. I am easily managed. You must be firm with me. Show me exactly how you want something done, and after a few lessons, I'll do it automatically. I am the servant of great people, and alas, of all failures as well. Those who are great, I have made great. Those who are failures, I have made failures. I am not a machine, though I work with the precision of a machine, plus the intelligence of a person. You may run me for profit or run me for ruin. It makes no difference to me. Take me, train me, be firm with me, and I will place the world at your feet. Be easy with me, and I will destroy you. Who am I? I'm habit. So, I love that poem because it says so much about our topic today. Great introduction to that. Habits can either make us or break us, as the poem talked about. And so I want us to be able to use habits for our good, to be able to harness the power of those. And so I just want to start with having you think about all the habits that you have. And we're going to just go through your morning routine. So just quickly think the back of your mind, all the things you did this morning that you do every morning, and you probably have it on autopilot. You don't even think about it. If I use my example, beyond just getting up and using the bathroom, which is always the first thing, I'm sure, for most of us, I kind of stumble through the house. But my morning habit is pretty much drinking a full glass of water, taking my morning med, starting my coffee, letting the dog out, feeding the dog. I do them in the same order. I don't even really think about that. In that first 5 minutes of being up, I pretty much do the same things over and over again. And then I leave that routine and start kind of a sub-routine, if you will, that of washing my face, brushing my teeth, making my bed quick, and going out for my coffee, which is by now made because I hit the start button on that. And then I get ready for my next set of morning routine, which I'll talk about in a moment. So think back to your own routines this morning. You did a lot of things that were basically on autopilot. And isn't it great that you can do that? When you get it to that point of autopilot, you don't think about it anymore. And when you do it in the same order day after day, it's just part of what you do. And you get that routine done efficiently. How great is it that our mind doesn't have to go, well, now what was I going to do when I first get up? We don't need to ask that question. We simply go because that habit is now ingrained in our brain, right? And so we're able to just take off and do all those things on autopilot. And so what we want to do is harness that power that we have in routine, but we're going to utilize a technique called habit stacking. And that is to introduce habits that you want to do, new habits that you want to incorporate into those that you're already doing on autopilot so that they become automatic as well. So again, I want to use my example for you as something that I did to add on to the habit of my morning routine that I just told you that I do every day. I never miss making my coffee. That's just one of my routines that I'm up for every morning, and it's always, always done. I was doing devotions right after that and loved my devotion time and took part in doing that. But I was introduced, and I've talked about this before, to a concept called Miracle Morning. And I wanted to add to my devotion time some time for silence and meditation, and also some time for journaling, for scribing, and being very intentional about doing it along with my devotion time. So in effect, what I did, I linked it to making my coffee and doing my devotion time. And I must admit that I wasn't always consistent in my devotion time either for a time. So I worked first on getting that consistent, and then I added the meditation or silence time and journaling time to the habit of my devotions that I was already doing. And so I expanded that particular habit. And then that became a habit. I looked forward to that all the time. I made that place where I did my devotions special to make sure that my eyeballs were right there on my journal, on my pen, on my Bible, all ready to go. And that just became a part of what I did and eventually who I am. I am a journaler now. I am a person who spends time in silence every morning. And so that then became a routine, if you will, its own routine on its own. It's now done on autopilot, and I don't really think about it. It's just something I do. Now, fast forward it was probably a good 6 or 8 months, I decided that I can take this now new routine that I have that's pretty well cemented, and again, add some more things to what I was already doing and stack some new habits on that. So the habit that I decided to do was add to my already established routine another 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so to add some things to my morning routine that had to do with my business. So I spend time running through Facebook quick, posting on things, making sure my posts that I've scheduled are up and running, make my quick intention list for the day. But now that is part of my routine. It's just automatically what I do. And so that's how you harness the power of habits and routine and make that part of what you do every day without thinking. You just have that on autopilot. So that's how habits can become your best friend. They really do help you get things done. And so I want that for you too. Think about all those things that you do right now in your morning routine, and then just add a habit that you're working on, whether that's going for a walk, drinking more water, making a better food choice, journaling, whatever those things might be for you. Consider linking it to your morning routine. And next week, we're going to talk more and work on creating a routine that will work for you and will bring in the habits that you want to develop this year. But that's for next week. For this week, just really be thinking about your morning routine and the habit that you want to add to that. And just remember that I'm here to help you and support you. I have created 2 subgroups for you. One is for those of you who are looking to start that life-changing habit of journaling, and it's called Storytellers. If you've not joined that, consider joining that, because it's just a small group of people who are sharing what they're learning, who are getting some prompts from me to write about in their journals, and they're growing as a result of that journaling practice. So that's one way I can support you. The second subgroup is called Intentional Living, and that's kind of being purposeful and intentional about the life that we live and the intentions that we set for ourselves as it relates to body, mind, and spirit. For the next several weeks, we are focused on body and the kind of 3 pillars of taking better care of ourselves, that being movement, nourishment, and I forgot the third one. Oh, sleep, rest. Those 3 pillars we're working on. And those are also good pillars for our mind and spirit as well. But the focus, at least for the next 5 weeks or so, will be on body. So those are 2 subgroups for you to consider joining. Also, the first of my January surprises for you went out last night. And the surprise that I did for you was sort of a page, a diary page of kind of some of these things that we've been talking about. It's a dual thing for your intentions, for tracking habits, journaling a little bit, but it's kind of an all-encompassing tool for you to use. And it's not too late. If you decide you want to sign up for that, there's a link in the group. I believe it's in the featured section. Just sign up for that and receive some more motivational and resources for January, even into February. As we go forward, I have some surprises for you. So be sure to join one of the 2 groups, Storytellers or Intentional Living, or both. And then be sure to sign up so I can send you some additional resources through our January surprises. So that's it for today, my friends. Really do spend some time today thinking about your morning routine and what habits you want to stack in that routine to ensure that some of those new habits you're looking to do this year get incorporated into your routine. So bye for now, my friends. Oh, hi, Angie. Sorry, I just saw you right now. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Bye for now, my friends. And we will be back next week with more of a design of our morning routine and practice that over the course of the next several weeks.